Hey y'all, Brian here from Deckard & Company. And yep, coming to you live. So let's check this out here. A live stream banner. Yeah, so we are live here from Bradenton, Florida. This is our first live stream in quite a while. So it really is kind of cool. Looks like everything is going okay. So that is a good thing. Will things go wrong? Yeah, probably. Because it's been a long time since I've gone live. But that's okay. So in today's live stream, we're going to be talking about the future of SEO with Google and Google's search AI. So that's kind of a pretty crazy thing when it comes to that. When it comes to what Google is doing with their AI. Yeah, and there's two particular models that we're going to talk about today. And and we're going to try to keep our live streams down to 30 minutes. So that is a good thing. And it looks like it's saying that our live stream, it's not working. So I don't really know why it's saying that, because it looks like it's working on our end. Yeah, so it looks like it's working. So I'm going to go ahead and continue on because it looks like it's working. Okay, so let's get into our little presentation here and go over just why. And this is this is an opinion. This is an opinion of a lot of people that SEO has drastically changed, and there's a lot of people out there saying that SEO is dead. I'm a firm believer that SEO is not dead. It's just drastically changed, and it's something that, everybody should still be doing in a way. And we'll get into that a little bit later. So why don't we talk about what it is we're here to talk about, and that is this right here. So with the future of SEO, and actually here at Deckard & Company, we've kind of gotten away from calling it SEO. And that's quite simply because we went with the term online visibility optimization. What does that even mean? Well, that just means that online, meaning your website, your social platforms, your Google My Business or Google Business Profile, or however you want to call it, or whatever they're calling it nowadays, because they're changing it all the time. Right now, it's pretty much called Google Business Profile. So all these things put together is online. So we want to make sure that when you do things, you keep all this stuff in your brain pans, talking about, we always want to start. Let's take this for instance. So you want to create an article on your website, and we're going to talk about that in here as well. But when you create that article, you don't want to just willy-nilly the thing and do what the old, what you did back in the day, which was keyword stuff it and all that stuff. It's just it's a terrible read. It makes no sense, and Google doesn't like it anymore, and they actually haven't liked that in a long time. But believe it or not, people still do it, and it blows my mind that they continue to do this crazy stuff that Google doesn't like, and Google's penalizing you, and you probably don't even know it. So we're going to talk about this right here. So in our first slide here, and I'm not going to read this verbatim. You can totally, later down the road, pause the video and read through it if you would like. So, but what we're going to talk about here is that in the digital landscape today, which is constantly evolving, and that means, and SEO, or search engine optimization, or OVO, online visibility optimization, hey, that's no exception to the rule here. It's constantly evolving. And anybody that has ever done anything with Google, when it comes to, optimizing your website, you should know that they come out with these algorithm updates all the time. And it can either hurt you, or if you do it the right way, it'll help you. So with that, Google obviously is the big dog in the room when it comes to search engines. And they're leading the way in their search algorithms And those search algorithms with AI is really becoming smarter and more user centric. So that means it's relying on artificial intelligence or AI to help it. Basically, when someone goes to those Google machine, or really any search engine, and they type in their query, what's a query? It's what's their question? What are they looking for? What product, service? Maybe they're looking for something specific about your organization. That's a query. And then it's going to, off of that query, it's going to populate the SERP, which is the search engine result page. And then that's that page that gives you all those results. So it's relying more and more on artificial intelligence, and we have an enterprise level account, but if you're on Chrome and you're logged into Chrome on a personal account, so a personal Gmail account, you'll probably notice up at the very top, it's when it produces those search engine results, the top portion is now AI. It's all AI. So you can see how SEO has really honestly starting to change a lot now that AI is really starting to steamroll. Before, AI's been here for a while, especially with Google, and these two models that we're going to talk about here in a minute, they've been around for a little, but now with AI starting to evolve at a much quicker rate, they're really starting to kick in, and that's why you're seeing these search engine result pages produce AI results, which is pretty crazy. Okay, so let's continue on here. So, and if you want to be successful as a small business or an organization or a professional speaker, coach, what have you, you need to adapt to the ever-shifting environment of the search rankings. So in this live stream, we're going to explore the future of Google's ever-evolving search AI, blah, 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 the drill, and how that really comes into play with the local and broader digital marketplace. So yeah, it's pretty crazy when you start looking at your analytical data, however you get it, Google Analytics, or you use any third-party plugins to really see how people are coming to your website. And we're going to kind of talk a little bit about that as well, because in today's ever-changing world of privacy and all that stuff, these scripts that you put into your website to collect data are probably honestly being blocked by most browsers out there, and even Chrome is blocking some of that stuff. So it's pretty important. So that's why I like third-party plugins, especially if you have a WordPress website. There are several out there that you can install this plugin, and you can get analytical data that's pretty nice. Okay, so let's go on. All right, so the role of AI in Google search. So Google has been integrating AI, like I said, for years. And now we have the introduction of B.E.R.T. These are acronyms, obviously. B.E.R.T stands for Bidirectional Encoder Representations from Transformers. Yeah, what the hell does that even mean? We're going to get into that. We'll talk about it. But then, here's my favorite one right here. M.U.M. M-U-M. That's Multitask Unified Model. This one here, kind of, as a marketer, really blows my mind because it really is pretty cool. But you as a business owner or an organization, or like I said, anybody wanting their website to do well online, this one here is pretty cool, because one component that I am a huge advocate of, which is videos on your website. And with M.U.M, it really does take that to the next level, which is pretty cool. So, with these two models, they've dramatically shifted how Google interprets those search queries. So that's pretty cool. So basically, complex questions and conversational language. It brings all that into that search query, and then it produces those results with the help of these two AI models. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Okay, so let's talk about B.E.R.T. B.E.R.T here. So B.E.R.T, and I'm going to kind of read this verbatim because this is a simplified version of the big long thing. If you want to go look it up, let me know and I'll give you the link to go read more about this. But basically, B.E.R.T helps Google understand the context of words in a search query. What does that mean? That means, for instance, the difference between bank as a financial institution and bank as a riverbank. Yeah, it can now be processed more accurately, ensuring more relevant search results. Now, relevant, we're going to talk about a lot as we go further into this live stream, because it all is going to come down to relevant content. Okay. Now here's the big one. This one here, like I said, this one here really is pretty awesome to me. And that is M.U.M. So what is M.U.M? So M.U.M, which is even more advanced than B.E.R.T, can process not only text, but it can also process images, audio, and video. What? Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. And in the realm of marketing, that's a game changer. So in Google's ability to provide highly accurate and informative results, enhancing the user experience across all media types. Yeah, that is pretty amazing. That's pretty crazy. Okay, so the impact of Google's AI on local SEO or local OVO, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so, and we're based here in Bradenton, Sarasota area, Bradenton, Sarasota, Florida. So I kind of wrote this for those locations. So just keep that in mind when I'm talking about it. Okay, but insert your own locale because it's the same. Okay, so for local businesses in, say, Bradenton and Sarasota, local SEO has always been the cornerstone, or it should have been, of your digital marketing efforts. So Google's search AI is now making local searches more precise, meaning optimized for local SEO will become even more nuanced. Pretty, like I said, with the evolving in AI, with AI coming in and really starting to kick into full gear now, local search, especially if you're a mom and pop store, or your business is very location based. This stuff is pretty important. So basically, this right here we're going to talk about. So with Google's AI, it's going to better understand location-based queries. For example, so right here, if someone is searching for best seafood restaurant in Bradenton, will not only get the most popular spots, but also those that match their dining preferences. So that whole Big Daddy's listening, Big Daddy's paying attention to what it is, where you're going, when you're doing other searches, what restaurants you visit, it's going to understand that. So this right here populates it in there, and it's going to take all that into effect, and it's going to pop up, like I said, not only the most popular spots, but your dining preferences. So casual dining, fine dining, etc. So thanks to AI's understanding of individual preferences. Yeah, I mean, in the world of marketing, yeah. This has been going on for a while, like I said, but with AI's kicking in, boy, this is just proven me correct over the years that I've been saying. They're paying attention. So, yeah, it's pretty crazy. All right, let's move on. Let's see. Okay, so what can you do to help? And granted, when it comes to optimizing your website, you can do it yourself. There's so many things that you can do to help optimize your website. Do you need to hire a professional agency or whatever, sure, if you need help, maybe you're just getting into it and you want to get on the right path, it's always a great idea to hire a professional to help you get started and to help you get going. Because in the whole reality of the thing, anybody can do SEO or OVO. It's just, do you have the time to do it and to do it correctly? That's what it all boils down to. Because my opinion, SEO is not really dead. It's just done in a totally different way than we used to do it in the past. Okay, so let's talk about how you can help yourself, or you can hire someone to help you do it. But you can totally do this yourself. And we're going to talk about the first thing, and it's a biggie. This one is a biggie, especially when it comes to Google, is your Google My Business or Google Business Profile. So right now it's kind of called Google Business Profile. Who knows? They might change it next week because they've changed it so many freaking times. But for this article, we're going to talk about, or for this live stream, it's going to be called the Google My Business. So local businesses should always pay close attention to that directory, is basically what it is. This is your business as it's listed on Google. So you need to pay attention to your business hours. Make sure they're always up to date. Make sure your services are always up to date. You should upload photos, current photos. You should always be adding stuff to your profile, keeping it up to date with relevant content. And then one other thing that a lot of people don't know, you can actually post on your Google My Business page. So kinda like a social post, kinda. I mean, it's there, but it's a great way for someone, when your Google Business Profile pops up, and it's usually there on the right. Let's say they know your business name and they type it into the search query. And it's going to populate on the right side of that SERP page, the search engine result page. It'll have your logo, it'll have all your business information, all that juicy stuff. But then they can also click on your recent posts, which is pretty cool. So that's a great way to do specials, shout outs, whatever's going on with your business. So there's just so many things you can do with that, and it's just as simple as going in and doing a post. Pretty nice. Yep. So that's one thing. But then what you want to look at is this hyper local targeting. So what does that even mean? That means when you're doing articles on your website, you're doing social posts, let's say you create an article on your website, and then you take that article and you put it on your social posts so that people will visit your website to read the article. And then you've got them on your website. What do you do with them from there? Well, that's up to you. But hopefully it's to lead them in the right direction, because you're going to have calls to action. You're going to have all that other juicy stuff to get them to want to, A, purchase your product, use your services, or if you're an organization, kind of gravitate towards your organization. So it's really kind of cool on what this can do. But when you're doing this type of stuff, you have to, so let's take this example here. As a Sarasota-based business, may now want to create content specific to places like Siesta Key, St. Armand Circle, that kind of stuff. So to capture that more niche or location specific traffic. So that's what that means. So when you write things, be more hyper focused on a location that someone might be looking for in their search query, for a product, service, whatever. Let's prime example is a fishing charter. Someone from up north, let's say from the Ohio, Indiana, New York, New Jersey area, and they're getting ready to vacation here in Florida, and more specifically on Anna Maria Island. And they are going to probably type into that search query because they might be a fisherman. They want to go fishing when they get here. So they might type in that search engine Anna Maria Island Fishing Charter. Hyper focused on a specific location. They're looking for a service, and your website will hopefully pop up in that search query. Yeah, so that search engine result page, your website is hopefully going to be there. So that's pretty crazy. Okay, so let's go on to this right here. So what on earth can you do? So here's what it all boils down to. Is right here. This right here. Right? Content is key. Key. Been saying it for years. Google, for years, has migrated to relative content. So relative to that person's query, what they're looking for, you need to have content on your website that is relevant to your business and your services or products. Because that's going to rank higher on Google. And they're going to give you, so the more articles and stuff that you have on your website talking about all those things, Google's going to rank you higher because they're going to look at you like you are the authority on that subject or product or whatever it may be. So therefore, they're going to start bringing you up in those search rankings. So that's pretty crazy. So like I said, so what can you do right there? Create amazing, relevant content. It's relevant content. It's all about relevant content. Content is king. So yeah, that is pretty darn crazy. Okay, so that is really all I got as far as that goes. Okay, so real quickly, like I said, this is a live stream. We haven't live streamed in years. So this is my first one getting back into this. So I'm asking everybody that when you watch this video, that you do this right here. Yep, like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that little notification bell so that you get those little notifications that when I post video content, when I go live, and all that good stuff. Very good stuff. Very good stuff. Okay, so I think I am good with that right now. We are at 52 minutes into this thing. And like I said, I'm trying to keep our live streams to 30 minutes. 30 minutes of your time. And if you ever have anything you want me to go over, let me know. Anything marketing related. I will freaking go over it and we'll talk about it, discuss it, and all that stuff. Because I'm all about and when it comes to marketing, is there a specific correct answer? No, there is not. There's many avenues to get to the same goal. Some might agree with this way, some might not. But as long as it comes down to the very end that you get traffic to your website and you get business, so that return on investment is worth it. It's worth it. Okay. So that is honestly all I got for today. So I'm very happy to have been able to do this, and I'm hoping this video quality comes out great. So before I go, once again, I'm trying to grow our channel. So please do that. Like, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell because it really is all about that. And hit me up in the comments stuff that you would like to see me go over, and I will go over it. And I try to explain things in a way that people will understand. I try not to throw the big jargon at you because you're just not going to understand it, and there's no need for that. I'm not trying to impress anybody. I just want you to get some juicy information to help you succeed, because most of the things that we're going to talk about, you can actually do yourself. You don't need to hire someone to do it. You just need the time to do it. All right. Hey, thank you so much for watching this today. If you either saw it on live or you're watching a recording. Either way, you're awesome. All right, thank you so much. Do have a great day, and as always, do behave. All right, thank you. Bye-bye now.